Assalamu alaikum, girls. Hope you're all doing well today and are in good health. This is the week 9 of our term 3 ICT topics, and we're continuing with practical topics in Word. Today, we are doing the last practical topic that you have to cover this term, and this is called mail merge. Mail merge is a new feature of Word that you must not have been using before. So, let's look at what are the objectives for today. Today we need to try to explain why mail merge documents are created, and we are going to edit a master document to insert fields from a data source, and we are also going to insert special fields like date in the mail merge document. So we are going to look at what is mail merge. So this is the problem we are trying to solve. I have two files with me. One is a file of a letter that I want to send many people, and in this letter most of the content is the same. For example, I am the administrator at a school and I want to send a letter to all the parents and students who applied for admission this year, telling them that such and such, thank you for your interest, your place has been reserved, your course tutor will be such and such, and so on. So this letter I want to send to all the candidates who registered for this year, and I want to tell them they are accepted, you will have this course, you will have this title, and so on. And you can see in my letter most of the detail I want to tell my candidates are the same. So for example, this line is same for everyone, this line is same for everyone. The only things I want to customize per student I'm sending to, I have to write the correct name of that student, the correct address of that particular student, the correct tutor name of that student, and so on. But otherwise most of my data is the same, right? So the problem we are trying to solve today is if you want to send one document to many recipients, but most of your data is the same and only some of your data needs to be customized for each recipient, then how can we do this in the most efficient way? When what you have at hand is this one, which is your master document telling what is the letter you want to send to everybody, and you have a second document with you, which is the list of details of all your recipients. For example, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 recipients I want to send my letter to, and these are their actual details. So these are the only details that need to change. So for example, when I'm sending the letter to Mrs. Bethany, then I have to tell in the letter that dear Miss Bethany, of this address and this number and this email, your accommodation is here and you have 3 hour duration with tutor Mr. Spencer. Only this detail is different for Miss Bethany, but all the other details have to remain the same. So how can I make 11 letters in the most easy way so that my letter remains the same, but 11 letters are created with customized detail for each recipient? This is the problem we are solving today. So let's go back to our slide now. Mail merge is basically this process that solves the problem I presented to you now. How we can make a document that is designed to be sent to many people. How we can send a document to many people where the document has two components. One, you have a master document, which is the first document I showed you, and the source file, which is the second document I showed you now. The master document is usually a Word document and the source file is usually an Excel sheet like this. What we need to do is combine the data from the source file with the master document so that the key fields do not need to be typed one by one, because this is going to save your time and reduce the chance of errors. So this is the process we are learning today. If we are given one Excel sheet with all the data of the people the letter should go to, and we are given one master document, which is the format of the letter we have to use, then automatically how can we create many individualized, personalized letters? So let's look at how this process is done. I have a sample file for you, which is this one that I shared now, which has the details of 11 recipients. So each row refers to one person. For example, this is Mr. Stephen Nugent. We have to send the email to this person. His postcode is such, his country is Denmark, this is his email, and so on. So how can we make the letter for all these 11 people? What you have to do is open your master document. Your master document is this Word file. Then go to mailings, because this is how we will make individual letters. Click on mailings. You will see an option called Start Mail Merge. Click on Start Mail Merge and choose the very last option, which is Step by Step Mail Merge Wizard. I repeat, mailing, start mail merge, step by step mail merge wizard. When you click on it, the wizard will open up on the right side. Once it does, select your document type, which is usually letters, and then step 1 of 6 is asking you to go to the next step. So we are ready to go to the next step. It asks, how do you want to set up your letters? We already have our current document, so we keep it on and then go to next again. In step 3 of 6, select your recipients. So we have an existing list with us because we already have a source file. So we are going to choose use an existing list and browse for it. So let's browse for it. Select the list from where it is saved on your computer. So in my case, I know where it is saved. Once I select my Excel sheet, it will ask you how is your Excel sheet separated. Is it by tab, comma or other? Select the comma option and make sure this is turned on. First row of data contains column headers and press OK. Do this again if it asks for it. And now you will see the Excel sheet that we had is now imported inside here. See, Mr. Mrs. Shu, Huey, Mr. Nugent, Stephen, all the data that we had before, all the 11 data rows come here. Now click on OK. So your source file has been added already. Now go to the next step, which says write your letter. Write your letter means what we have to do is all the columns that we had in our data, you have to enter it here. What this means is, for example, in your file, if you open your Excel sheet, you will find that in the first row, the title of each column was there. So for example, this column says all of this is actually street. This column says all of this is actually postcode. You will see that these title of the columns will now come in your Word document. So let's see what that looks like. So what we need to do is all this data here that actually needs to be customized. The data that needs to be customized, replace it with those column headers. So that means select title here, then go to insert merge field. This option is under mailings. Select insert merge field. All the column names that was there in your Excel sheet are now coming here. If you have a look, title, first name, last name, street, these are the exact column names that were there in your Excel sheet. See, title, first name, last name, street, all of that has been imported. What this means is now your Excel sheet and your Word document has been connected. Your master document and your source file has been connected. So replace this title by this title because this is your field from the source file. Click on first name, replace it with first name. Click on last name, replace it with last name. If your space is lost, just put your space back. Click on street, select street. Now click on street. Select area, find area here. Select postcode because this is where the postcode should go, and insert the merge field postcode. Select the data that says country, insert the merge field that says country. Also it says dear title last name, we need that here. So for title, again select the title, insert the title again. Select last name, select the full thing, insert the merge field last name. See if there is any other text that is also in these angle brackets. Whatever is in this angle brackets, we need to change it to the merge field. So you should find course as well. Alright, then you should find start date. Let's find start date is over here as well. Duration, find duration. We have duration. Tutor, make sure you don't get rid of your full stops and so on. Select tutor. Room type, select room type. Select accommodation, accommodation should be here as well. Now see if you have anything else left, then you are done. So what we have done is whatever was in the angle brackets like this, the angle brackets have been replaced by the merge fields. The merge fields are the column names of the data from the source file. Once you are done with step 4, go to the next step, which is step 5. In step 5, you are allowed to preview your letters, which means if you go here 1, 2, 3, your final letters have already been created for you and you have an option of previewing it. So for example, if you see the first number 1 letter, that is has been created for Miss Huishui for this address. Dear Miss Shu, thank you for your interest. A place has been reserved for you. Run for 3 weeks. You can see that the letter is automatically created for this recipient. So no matter how many data you had, how many rows you had, how many people you wanted to send your letter to, all of that letter has been automatically created already. You should find that there are 11 letters over here. See? 11 letters have been automatically created for you, and all you had to do was in your master document, wherever the angle brackets chevrons were there, replace it with the merge fields after connecting your source file to your master document. Once you preview your files and you see all the 11 files are there and everything is fine, then you can complete the merge. So click on next and then your mail merge is complete. And then if you feel that you need to print out some of the letters, edit some individual letters, you can do all of that here. So this is your completed file. So this is the process of mail merge that we are studying today. Let's go back and refresh all the steps one more time. The process of mail merge requires you to have a master document. This master document is a Word file, and you will have the source file, which is an Excel sheet. The Excel sheet will have the details of all your recipients, and we will do a merge between the two so that all the individual letters are created. The step 1 was to go to mailings, click on start mail merge and choose the step-by-step mail merge wizard. Once the wizard comes on the right side, we would go by going to the next step. In the next step, it asks us to use the current document, which we will use, and use an existing list, which we will browse and choose the list that we have. This is the Excel sheet that you have, the data source. Once you are done with that, it will ask you whether you are separated by tab or comma. Choose the comma option. Then it will show you your Excel sheet in front of you in Word. Make sure that everything is fine here and press OK. Once you press OK, you are done and you will come to step number 4. Step number 4, you have to insert the merge fields in each of the words that have a chevron or an angle bracket. So you will go and insert them one by one. Once you are done with that, you can go to step number 5, where you will preview your results by going to next, and you will see each of your document. So I've already shown you my teacher's demo. Your activity for today is to download the two files given to you. You will find one master document and one source file, and then follow the instructions given here in this question, and this is the question you need to complete in your using your master document and source file. So you can see here the question says you have to prepare a mail merge letter. The file you have to use is m16 mail.rtf. You will find this in your Edmodo, and you have to use m16 offices.csv. This excel sheet also you will find on Edmodo. Then you have to insert the relevant fields by replacing the text in the master document. I've already shown you how to do this. Then you need to replace today's date with the field to display the date in the given format. So let's just have a quick look at how to do that. If you need to insert date, select the chevron that has the date over here. You can go to insert. Insert has an option called date and time. See, insert date and time. This has all the MMY, DDMMY, DDMY, all the options of date and time. Whatever is asked for in the question, you can add it. Once you are done with that, the question just says replace bracket director with your name. So if your name has been asked to change in the document, just add that as well. Once you do all these steps, your activity is done. It is a very simple activity for this week. So do this question on the two documents that are uploaded on Edmodo, and then you need to submit back your file. Also, you have a second task for this week, which is a plenary quiz. This plenary quiz, you will find it posted in your Edmodo group. There will be 5 questions for 5 minutes and 5 marks. And this also has to be done as your task for this week. So remember, your this week task is 2 tasks. One, you have to complete this activity of creating the mail merge letter. The documents will be given to you. And your second task for this week is to complete the plenary quiz, which is on Edmodo, the one of 5 questions, 5 minutes, and 5 marks. Hope you have a good week ahead of you. Happy learning.